Hi there, I'm Denise. I'm an artist. I live in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to my little channel. This week's video is in two parts. The first part, I'm going to share with you a selection of 5 paintings that have come back all dressed up from the framers, and I love to celebrate that they're all complete and ready, and 4 of them will be part of an online exhibition starting this Sunday. I'll put the details below in the description box. And the second part is just a loose sketchbook page spread that I just made an ink drawing to hold space for a wonderful poem that I found on my Facebook this week that really touched me, and I thought I really want to be able to reread that. And so it feels nice to be able to put it in my sketchbook, so I don't have to go looking on a screen to find it next time. I'll be able to find it in my pages. So I thought I would share that with you as well. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for your support and for liking and subscribing. It's very encouraging to have your support, and I look forward to reading the comments below and responding. All right, see you. I like to take some time to really appreciate when the paintings come back from the framers. So I thought I would just bring them all onto the table, show them to you up close, and for me to keep a record, I suppose, of this time. Because little collections come and go, and you know, after they're sold, you don't get to sit with them anymore, and it's quite special for me to be able to sit with my work, especially after, you know, some months of things coming along. And now that these 5 got framed together, 4 of them are heading to Found and Foraged exhibition, and so you know, I don't know how long I'll have them. So this one I've called 2 Lattes, which I actually revisited. I had this one available a little while back, but I revisited it and lightened the chairs, which I noticed they go really well with this frame. So I think that's worked. It just lightened it up a bit. I think that's what I wanted to do. I did think of doing a bunch to this painting behind to define some shapes more, to change it from this. You know, these looked a little similar, but I decided I loved that there were just so much energy in both of these places. This one has more crayon marks and things, so I'll see how that goes as it is. This one looks lovely framed, I think. Yeah, pretty happy with how this one turned out. A really different feeling to the other paintings in this little group. A lot softer palette, but quite fun as well. Now, along with the lady sitting at the table, but this one here, I think this one might be my favorite of the group. I love this. And I'm proud of myself for leaving it there, and I love how it looks in a frame, doesn't it? It really lifts this one very much. And here is Rochelle, I think I've called her. And the other one. I wasn't going to frame this actually, it was for sale unframed, but since it's still hanging around, I took it with me, and anyway, now it is framed. So I've called that Thelma and Louise, just for fun. I quite like I really like the looseness. It took me a bit to get used to, to keep it like that. That is not usually where I go. But yeah, I really love a lot about that one. So that's the little show and tell, the little group show there. If you want to know a little bit more about the details, they're mostly painted with gouache, Liquitex acrylic gouache, and some collage, and on wood. So they're on wood panel. I really love painting on wood. So it's a really fun surface to use. And yeah, all acrylics. I found a poem on Facebook last night that really spoke to my heart. I loved it so much, and so it occurred to me that it would be really nice to bring it to my sketchbook so that I can revisit it without having to go on my screen and try and find it back in my Facebook feed. So I thought, I had all kinds of thoughts of how I might do a page, but this is what happened, and it was just really loose and easy to do, such a very loose drawing with ink, and not give that too much weight. Like, don't worry too much about it, just go for it, make a figure that could hold a lovely energy that I could then bring the words to the page. So I've just used some Paynes grey De La Rowney ink, and just using up some bits in the bottom of the bottle. I was having trouble, so I just put some in a little cup, and then remembered to fill up the nozzle. I had only been dipping, but filling up the nozzle really helped much more. And so that's a lovely way to just achieve a very loose line, is to just use the nozzle. I had another bottle of ink, and as sometimes happens, it had jammed shut. So I will need to use some hot water on that and see if I can get it open. So I'll put some music on as this, the painting part goes, and then I'd like to read the poem out for you. There comes a day when you realize that the fear never really goes away, that if you really want something, you have to be willing to do it afraid. And maybe this is the only way you ever get to discover your fullest potential. Maybe you just have to dive right in and face the thing that scares you most. Because in the end, it's not the rejections and so-called failures that will haunt you. It will be your own potential left unexplored. So maybe you don't need to wait until you overcome your fears to take the first step forward. Maybe you just need to know there's something more important than fear, something greater, something worth fighting for. And maybe overcoming your fears is the least important part of your story anyway. Maybe what matters is that you're scared but still determined, shaky but still standing, afraid but still willing to try. By Zanna Keithley.